everyone, you are welcome to the next video. So in this video we are going to start with JavaScript. I hope you have installed the VS Code and also the node on your computer. Okay, so if you have not done that, make sure that you watch my first video to download them and then install them on your computer. Okay, now let's open our VS Code. Okay, so with mine, I have it on the taskbar. Okay, so right now this is the interface of my VS Code. Mine is going to be a little bit different from yours, and because I've added a different interfaces to it. Are you getting it? But it's the same VS Code. Okay, now when you open it right now, you can see that we have the stats and also my recent things that I was doing. Are you getting it? Then before you can start working with a project, you must create a folder, and we have different ways that you can create a folder in VS Code. And the simplest one is you creating the folder on your desktop, then you drag the folder into VS Code. So I'm going to do that one. Okay, so I will just minimize the window and then I'll right click and then I'll click on what folder. Mine is going to be a little bit different because I'm using Ubuntu. If you are using Windows, the process is the same. Right click and then you go to new and then you create what new folder. Okay, so I'm going to name my Java. Okay, so JavaScript, enter, and right now I've created what a folder. So the next thing is that I'm going to click on the folder and I will drag it to VS Code and I will leave it, and you will see that VS Code will what refresh and then it will take what that folder, and right now this is what the folder that I've added to VS Code, JavaScript. Okay, so let me make it big. Okay, so right now we have added the folder and we can now start creating our JavaScript project. Before we start creating our JavaScript project, first let's test and see if you have installed Node on your computer. So you go to the terminal, then click on new terminal, and it's going to open this terminal for you. Okay, so inside the terminal, I want you guys to type node space -v, and you must see something like this. You must see something like this. If you see different thing apart from something like this, then you need to install it again. It doesn't mean that your number should be 18. Your number can be 20 or 19 or 12. Are you getting it? But if you see something like this, it means that you have installed it on your computer. Okay, then right now let me clear. Okay, let me clear everything. And for us to run our JavaScript instructions, we need to install one extension in VS Code. Okay, so for you to install an extension, you'll see that we have some icons here, and this icon here is saying an extension. Just click on it, then inside this search side, search for code runner. Search for code runner, then open it. This is it. Then download it, install it on your computer. Are you getting it? Install this extension, and when you install this extension, you will get what this icon here, this button here, the play button here. Are you getting it? If you're not seeing it, just close your Visual Studio Code and open it again. Okay, now we can now start creating our JavaScript instructions. Okay, so before we start with that, we need to create what a file, a JavaScript file, and in here with these icons here, you can use one of them to create what a folder, and you can also use another one to create what a file. Okay, so this one is for creating a folder, and another one is for creating what a file. So if you are using Windows, the first one that you will be seeing is what creates a new file, then the next one will be what create a new folder. If you are not seeing them, then you will just click on this icon here and then you see that creates new file. Okay, so I will name my file main .js. So the .js is the extension for JavaScript. So you must make sure that if you are creating a JavaScript file, you add it to it. Okay. So right now I have created a JavaScript file and I can start writing my JavaScript instruction. So let's display something on the console. And for you to display something on the console, we use the console.log. So console.log, and inside the parentheses, then you will provide what a double quote, then you specify what the message. Okay, so let's say that I want to say hello miracle. I want to display this message. Okay, so with this message right now, if we want to display this message, just click on what this button here, run code, and it's going to run your instructions, and you can see that this is what I'm seeing hello miracle. And you can also use the console.log to display numbers. Okay, so it's going to also display 46, sorry. So you can see that it's very easy for you guys to start with JavaScript. So in my next video, this is where we will now jump straight into JavaScript, where we will start talking about comments. We will look at comments. Then the next video we'll also be looking at variables. So I'll see you there. Goodbye, and make sure that you subscribe to the channel and you like the video. Thank you.